Good morning. Hello.
It's
I don't
Wednesday.
know if it's morning when you're watching this.
Yeah,
but...
may not be.
All right, I'm Jessica.
I'm Jeanette.
There's a train. You can hear that.
You know, you can hear them on the video. I've watched
Can
our
you?
video, and you can hear the train really well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are next to a train, obviously.
Yeah.
So we are So Sweet Quilt Shop in Brunswick, Missouri. And thank you so much for getting on our YouTube channel. Make sure you click subscribe and drop a comment. That just lets YouTube let more quilters know that we're out here when you drop a comment, when you click subscribe. And so we get on here every Wednesday and share items that we are working on. So it's eight items that we each have. We encourage you to do the same. Get yourself a notebook, write down 8 things, 8 projects. Just kind of helps you stay focused in your
Here's my notebook, and I look back. I've had the same one for going on 3 years.
Well, I was using a calendar, but
2 years.
We've started doing this every week, so I got my notebook back out because like my calendar's not big enough to write it every week.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did get my notebook out, but I think I started this later.
Well, yours says 2020. Mine does too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I
there
think
at
2020.
first I didn't do a date, but there's
We've been doing this
3/6/2020.
for a while, and it is nice to go back and see that. Oh, I got that done. Oh, I got that done.
Or I'm still working on that.
Oh, yeah, I'm working on that.
That's a scrap project I'm still on.
Yes. So we are in a quilt shop. So we have a quilt shop, and if an item that we share, we have a pattern, a book, or a kit for, we will let you know that. Below is a link to our website, so you can go on there. We may have it listed on there. If not, you can always call the shop and order over the phone, or you can send us a message on Facebook.
And I guess our phone is on the shopping when you lead them to that. They have our phone number.
Yes, yes. We have a fly in here today that's gonna drive us crazy. All right, so anything else?
We do flat rate shipping, $7 unless you spend $100, and then it's free shipping.
Yep. And then every Friday we go live on our Facebook page with shopping. So you want to make sure
30
you check
items
out.
of shopping. So this is
Just check.
sharing basically what we're working on, but you know, we will mention it if you like, oh, I have to have that.
Yeah.
If we still have it.
Yes. All right,
Okay.
you want to go first?
Yep.
I gotta go grab my quilt. I didn't bring it over. So you
Okay.
go ahead.
Well, I was going to show you a completed bars and stripes quilt, but it is actually on the long arm machine, and my granddaughter is quilting it. She's about half done, it looks like, when I glanced in there this morning. But here's the official kit. The fabric is Kathy Daughter, whatever how you pronounce
Yeah,
her.
I don't know. I don't remember the name.
think she-
Kindred.
Not Spirit. Kindred Heart?
Kindred something.
Kindred something. But it's really got a modern vibe about it. The colors are beautiful. There's the binding, and then it's got this, I don't want to open the whole thing. It's got this Essex linen called Seafoam.
Yeah, and it's like Mom said, it's on the long arm. So next week we should be able to show the quilt.
Yeah,
I don't know
maybe
if you'll
even
have the binding on it.
I mean, not have the binding on it, but even on Friday, I will probably share it again on our live shopping, because I would think by then Clara would be done with it.
Yeah. All right, so
that was
first,
my number one.
okay. First up for me is Starry. So here's the pattern. We do have the pattern here in the shop, and we do have this kit, but I got it completely done, binding on and washed, which you cannot feel it
But it's
through the
lovely.
video,
Lovely,
but
lovely,
it
lovely.
really
Yes.
is amazing. So it's lawn fabrics, front and back, and they're just soft anyway.
It really feels like an old vintage sheet,
does. It's
front
like
and back.
perfect summer.
And it's got a light bamboo blend batting in it. So it is just super soft. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
So it just takes 5 1-yard cuts of fabric.
Yeah, 5 1-yard cuts. We do have the kit, and then a lot of people that have ordered the kit have wanted us to pick a backing. Now the backing that I used we don't have, but really any of the lawns
Any of the lawn
go
would work.
perfectly. So anyway, so a lot of people have had us add a backing to their purchase, so they can do it back, front and back, because it's
Yeah,
so
because
soft.
it's so nice.
Yeah, it turned out really nice. I'm excited
Really
about it.
nice. Oh, I finished my binding on my Star Pop quilt. So I showed it last week, and I was still in the process of hand sewing.
This is we do a year of small, so every month we do a new small project in a kit, and this was June's, the girl version. We had a boy version too, but this was the girl.
Pretty the little binding is.
We do have a kit here in the shop, and we do have the pattern.
Yeah.
And then again, we've used Essex linen as the star. It just washes so nicely. We just love
of course I haven't
Essex
washed
linen.
mine yet. It's a store sample, but I wanted to show you this week before she hung it up.
Yeah, before we got it hung up. Okay, next up is I showed you, this is my leader and ender project right now. So I like to have a little scrap quilt on the side. So as I'm sewing, I'll just throw a few pieces in there, kind of get it done as I go. And this is a really simple one. So the book is Charm School.
I think we still have it.
I think we do, but if we don't, we could get it back in. But this is the quilt I'm doing as a leader and ender. So I'm basically doing all those big blocks, and I got another block. There's 8 by 9.
I had to count.
I know, because I'm doing it as a leader and ender, so I got to keep it in my head. But I got another block done. So I think I'm really close to having them all, but they're all just really scrappy. I have not fussed with.
And she cuts a lot of her scraps as she goes into 2.5-inch squares, so then it's just easy to pull from them.
Yeah, so there's just a pile all the time. But I was also going to show you, this is what I've picked for the background where you see the blue. I'm going to do this.
It'll be pretty.
And then this is going to be where you see the stars, which are really kind of hard to see
They're
because I
white
got them
in
in
there,
white.
and she's going to do them bright.
I'm going to do an orange. So this will be together.
Very pretty.
Won't that be cool? I think
Like
you'll
one
really
big
see
block.
it.
I think you will too. It's going to be very vintage looking.
I think it'll be very vintagey. This is a Jen Kingwell fabric, which I just love her
She
fabric.
loves her fabric.
And this, I don't know. I think I picked this up maybe in the clearance room.
Yeah, because that line went to clearance a long time ago.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I got some binding made on my binding baby.
Yay.
So there is binding for the Patriotic table runner.
Yay.
So there you be.
I mean, that's something. That's a job.
Progress.
Yeah, that's one step closer.
Cut the strips, press them, sew them together, press them.
Yeah, one step closer.
Yes.
All right, so then I'm going to show you a little cross stitch, which I've been working on binding, so that sucks into my setting
Kind of way with
time.
me, yes, what happens. And I just really don't spend much time in the house watching TV in the summertime.
No, more so
Baseball
in the winter.
games in and out in my flowers and.
Yeah. So Winter Wienerland is what I'm still working on.
We want to see Wienerland done by the winter.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? No pressure. You're pressuring me. So anyway, I've made a little more progress. I could put a few more stitches on the dog.
Ignore the phone.
Yeah. So anyway, getting there.
Okay, I'm going to show you. I've done a few stitches too in my cross stitch. Not as many as I would like, but I did, add a few in a week's time. Oh, there's my needle nanny. Don't want to lose it. So, Mr. Sir Dandy, there he is. We still have the pattern, I believe.
We're going to ignore the phone because we're not actually open for business yet.
Not till 10. So there it is. It's 141 by 112 is the stitch count. I've done mine on a, I want to say 18 count. So making progress. And it's got, I did mine with silk thread. So I pulled all the silk colors. There she is. Or he is a Sir Dandy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so pretty, so
yes,
soft.
Really pretty.
It's hand-dyed fabric and it's silk floss. It's really soft to work with in your hand.
Okay, so we did on our private Facebook group, we do these quilt-alongs. I was thinking the other day, we really need to do another one on
Well, I
there.
kind of picked one. I'm going to talk about, I think the pixel chain.
Oh,
Jelly roll.
okay, good idea. So anyway, we did one called Urban Cottage a while back, and it was a free pattern from Moda. And I got it done. I showed it, I think, last time, but I picked a binding, so I want to show you the binding that I picked.
So pretty.
So yeah, it turned out.
Just love any quilt that's red and white. They never go out of style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't have this fabric. I mean, we have the kitted one similar, but we just
it had at least one different.
Yeah. But this is the binding I've picked.
Oh, pretty.
Let's got little numbers on it. I love a
It
stripe
almost looks like
binding.
kind of like a tape measure, right?
Yeah,
Like a tape measure.
kind of. Going the wrong direction, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm gonna put that on the binding. Won't that be fun?
That'd be really pretty. So she's got it cut. That's progress.
I've got it cut. That's
we
one step
count
closer.
all the progress we can.
Yes. Oh, I think I forgot that. My next one.
Oh, I forgot mine too. Dang it. Okay, well, we'll just move right along.
Okay, we'll just have 7 today.
I've been finding hidden treasures in my room, and this is one that I have found. It hung on my wall before I got all my my design wall up and all that.
So you need to hang it back up.
See the little hidden mini?
That's so
It's a little sew machine on the end. But actually, I'm going to gift it to Jessica because she has a whole wall of minis.
Yeah, if you're on the Facebook page, on the group, I did post a picture. I moved my sewing room. Was a huge undertaking, but
yes, and she did the custom quilting how many years ago? I mean, I made this, I would guess 10 years ago. I don't know if the shop was open.
yeah.
Maybe it was open.
When someone asked how I hang them, I just use decorative tacks, and they're like, well, don't that poke a hole in your... Well, I mean, it does, but when you wash it, that hole closes right back up. I mean, I've not had a problem with it. I just use a decorative tack. I buy them on Amazon.
Yes, and it's your sewing room, so it's your
It's
space.
my wall hanging.
And then if you decide when you're going to move or whatever, like she just did, she actually had to, didn't you do a little spackling or whatever you call that stuff that fills nail holes and repainted?
Yeah, I had to repaint everything and fill the holes. But I mean, even the little tack hole, you can't hardly even see it in the wall.
And even more so when your walls are textured. And
I mean, you wouldn't want to probably hang a whole quilt like that. It would be too heavy on the tack. But
yeah, then you might really have a hole in your sheetrock. But the minis don't weigh much. So anyway, that's a treasure I found for her.
That pattern.
It is American Patchwork and Quilting magazines where I made it from.
Okay.
And I don't know if you can go on there and find it somewhere, but I mean, we've
been
been
a long
open
time
13 years, so it's been 12 to 13 years ago, because I'm not sure the shop was open when I made it. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
My mind's not like it used to be, folks.
Sorry about it.
Sorry about it. Yeah.
All right, so next up, I actually forgot, but I did finish that double star. I've been sharing it. It's a gift that I actually need to give, and I put a label on it, so I was going to show you how I did that label and stuff, but anyway, maybe I'll post some pictures or something.
Yeah, I found another hidden treasure in my sewing room too, and I didn't bring that, so we're going to try to
But I'll move on.
here.
So this is the fabric that I used for the double star, but look at everything I have left over.
Oh my gosh, that's what you had left over?
Yeah, I had a lot, quite a bit left from that.
But, you know, you could really just store that black and white together and then make another black and white. Scrappy.
But I was thinking maybe I'd make a little table runner to go with the quilt. That'd be fun.
I call that put on your dresser scarf.
Oh, dresser scarf.
So it needs to be, you know, not super wide, but long.
Yeah, why couldn't it be a table runner?
It can too. I was just thinking if she puts the quilt on her bed, then it would all...
Oh, it would coordinate with the dresser, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm confused. But I mean, my dresser quilt doesn't match my quilt on my bed. No, it's not the same fabric.
Not it don't have to be.
It don't have to be. Who's making the rules?
Well, I have an island and a table that we eat at all the time, and they have totally different table runners on them all the time. They never match.
And I hang quilts all over my house that are different. But
yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to, because we always encourage you guys, when you finish a project, don't just stash the fabric, stuff it somewhere, do something with it right then.
Well, that is a heck of a lot of it too.
Yeah.
You can almost make another quilt. 5-inch squares or something.
Yeah, I probably really could, but anyway, I'm gonna
make a table runner.
Need to find a table runner, and this is what I used for the star, so that's the one black piece. But anyway, I'm gonna look around today and see if I can find a table runner pattern. I mean, because I don't have anything at home.
No, she don't have any patterns at her house.
No.
No. Okay, I am going to share. I'm running out of sharing items since I forgot. These are some new cross stitch patterns that came in last week.
Did we see the new ones that come in yesterday or the day before? Oh, I think you saw those though.
Yeah, because I helped mark those. But there's two here that I'm just absolutely dying to make. This one is called a sheltering tree, and it actually says friendship is a sheltering tree.
Aww.
So it's got little animals in the tree, and it's not huge, 107 high by 82 wide, so it wouldn't be
stitch count.
The stitch is the stitch count, so it wouldn't be tremendous amount of time. And they've just used one floss color, and it's a hand-dyed floss. So I was looking at the hand-dyed floss when I marked these last week. It's like, no, Jeanette, you have 3 projects going on. And man, it's hard not to just get started on that because it's all one color and how
Right.
easy that would be to take with you. And then
Yeah.
there's the other one that I just fell in love with. It's called Jolly Jack.
That's really cute.
A
too.
real quick stitch too, 73 high by 71 highs. So it wouldn't take that long. It does have overdyed flosses, has several colors, but I think it's so cute. Jolly Jack. All right, that's one of my sharing things.
I think that's great. That's super great. Something you're excited about.
I am excited about it. I really want to make it.
Okay, so I've decided, I used to on our Facebook group, we do these 30 minutes a day challenge. So you have a calendar, and if you get 30 minutes in your sewing room, you write it on there, and we do prizes and stuff. But anyway, I used to make this giant list of everything I wanted to get done, and it was overwhelming. So now I'm just like, put 1 or 2 things on there, and then I move on and do 1 or 2 more things.
Don't write them all down at the same time.
No, because then you're like, I'm just frozen and I'm gonna do nothing. But I've been working on this. I think I showed it last time, but I'm like, I got all the blocks done, and I've got almost half. And this thing, I'm making it humongo for my bed.
King.
Yeah, I'm making it king. Plus, I'm gonna add a little border on there because I put it on my bed, and it's like, it needs to be a little bigger yet.
107 by 107 is the king.
But I have half. I'm halfway done.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't this awesome?
It is so neat.
I mean, I'm actually I only have 2 more rows to add.
So you're 3/4 done.
Yeah.
That is so pretty.
But I mean, you can see I'm not folding it out all the way, but you can see that that's just in half.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so awesome.
It's done with
Text.
all art gallery fabric, which is soft anyway.
Yep.
It's like a high-end cotton or something. I don't know why their fabric is so soft.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
So
Very-
yeah,
very neat.
getting there. I finished, like I said, I finished all the blocks,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can check that off my list
Yay.
and move on to the next one.
Okay. I want to share my next sew along.
So we'll be putting this on our Facebook group. We'll have to look at the calendar and pick a start date and an end date. But you need to get this pattern.
And we had sold a bunch of them last week because we it's got quite a glare on it.
Now
We did this on our live shopping.
If you get on, I think I was on Pinterest and saw
my
so many of these done in lots of different colors. And it just uses 2.5 inch strips.
Yeah, you can do a large throw or a twin, which is 70 by 84, which is a good size quilt. It takes 35 strips and 4 yards of background. That's all you need. I think all of us have a few jelly rolls laying around. We're not sure. We loved them when we bought them.
Yeah.
I've had this one, I don't know.
I think I had one similar. I just finished a quilt with.
You did. I've seen it finished and I was like, I have a jelly roll of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's called In the Bloom by Valerie Wells. I don't even know if you can find it anymore, but it's got kind of a rainbow look to it, which I love. It's got some really pretty colorful prints. I think it'd be so pretty. Almost the same colors kind of as that is.
I do. I really like it.
I do too.
So your background, you're going to do white?
I don't know. I'm going to look at an Essex linen and see what I
Well,
like.
you know us and our Essex linens.
That's where I always have to start. Now I think speckled. I thought speckled would really be pretty with this too.
We had a customer in last week that was buying, she bought like 2 or 3 yards of like 10 different Essex linens because she said, you guys use it so much that I want a selection at home
I want my own shop.
to pick from when I...
Well, and then she can always just call in and say.
That's what I told her that we had it, but she wasn't from
around here.
close, you know, where she could get
But
here.
this is a real easy sew. Cluck Cluck Sew does a good job. I'm just going to quickly show you, blah, blah. But it's all in color. So the piecing is not hard. It's rectangles and squares. That's all it is.
Yeah,
And you do 2 blocks, A and a B, or 1 and 2.
yeah. Awesome.
Awesome. I think
You can
it'll be-
kind of see a full, well, I guess you can see the full one there, but there you can see it.
So that's the 70 by 84.
Yeah, that's
One
good
jelly
size.
roll is all it takes. So I
Look
know,
for
but-
that. If you're not on our Facebook group, follow the link to our website. That'll get you to Facebook, and then you can find our group and be on there because we have a lot of fun over there.
We do.
And we do prizes, and anyway, and it's free. Don't cost anything to be on there.
Yeah, it doesn't cost anything.
Okay, last thing is my son. He's 13, and I made him a little Cardinals pillow. He's a baseball fan, baseball player, and I made him a Cardinals pillow a few years ago. And you should see this thing. I mean, it's completely ripped out the front. It's all, I mean, I've washed it, but it's brown. And I mean, he refuses to give it up. It's like his blankie. And he just sleeps with it every night. And so I've talked him into
Changing.
me making a pillow for him to put over that one. I don't know that he's gonna let me have
The old one.
the old one. But maybe I can put this one over that one. So I'm gonna use this, and it's just a solid square. I didn't do anything special, so it'll just be a solid square on the front, and I quilted that one, so I'll quilt this one. But then I thought I'll do this flannel on the back. I had this left over from a backing. I thought that would be perfect.
Yeah.
And it'll be really soft, and he likes things soft, so maybe I can talk him into
That'll be brilliant.
giving it up. I mean, if I would have known how attached he would have become to it, I don't know if I would have done it. Because it's pretty disgusting. And
You can't really wash it?
No, I've washed it, but it's all falling apart because he just wallers it. And
Yeah, he's a wiggle worm.
yeah, no, I've washed it I've washed it a lot, but now I'm kind of afraid to wash it because it'll just, anyway, that's it. That's all I have. You have one more?
Did I show I don't think I showed my little cross-stitch thing last week, did I? Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Well, this is just a desperation because I forgot my other quilt, so I just grabbed this. I had brought this home. It's called All American, Patriotic, like you can see, like the name says, what you would think of Patriotic. We need to make this as a store sample, so I brought it home because meaning me, I needed to make that. I do not have a Patriotic quilt at home. I've made several, but I've given them away.
Yeah.
There's always people that I think need a Patriotic quilt for different
Yeah, I mean,
reasons.
the Patriotic fabric is really popular here. We have a lot of customers that come in and buy it to give to veterans. And
Right. Or they're, don't even have to be a veteran. It's a loved one that just love Patriotic.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is still in my back burner. I brought it home. This morning I brought it back in thinking, I jumped ahead with the other sampler, the bars and stripes, before I made this one. Because that was a really fast sew.
So we are just like you. We have way too many things to
that
sew
we wanna make.
and that we want to make, that we love, and
Yeah.
it's kind of a problem.
It's kind of a problem, but we just keep feeding it.
We just keep doing it. We do try to stay focused and on task, but sometimes we get, too many.
Distracted.
All right, that's it. So click subscribe, leave us a comment on here, let your friends know that you like watching us, and watch us on Facebook on Friday for shopping, and we will see you next week.
Yep. Well, we'll see you Friday, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see you Friday on Facebook, next Wednesday here.
here.
All right, bye.
Bye.